Hey, what's up, guys? Terry James, your mortgage guy, coming to you. Wanted to do a couple things today. Wanted to talk about how we can really use multi-unit to qualify for Morehouse. One of the things I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to show us here to walk through it to see how we can use the multi-unit for your first purchase as you buy a home, how you can use that to get income producing property and how you can actually leverage that to qualify for a bigger home. And then, you can also get rental income property out of it. And so, all the times we're always, when you first buy a home, you're trying to figure out, okay, what kind of home do I want? But if we can start, if you could just use the advantage, start with a multi-unit, live in one unit, rent out the other unit, you'll see the huge benefits of being able to start that way and how it can actually benefit you and propel you further on in your financial future. All right. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to start sharing because I want to share our screen so we can see this together. All right. So one of the things that we're looking at is, for example, we're going to look on right here is going to be where we are looking at, it says qualification with no rental. So for example, for today's scenario, we are just going to use 6,000 gross monthly income. For those of you that have been with me previous videos, you already know I've showed us how to do our debt to income ratio. So we're not going to go over all of that. This is just a brief breakdown. So if we're using 6,000 gross monthly income, our monthly expenses we're going to use is $500. 420 is going to be our estimated property tax, $125 estimated private mortgage insurance, $100 estimated homeowners, and therefore now our down payment, I did not put that in, but let me do that now. So our down payment is going to be, and I'm actually going to work backwards. So let's say these are the basic numbers we're working with. So, and we're going to use for today's purposes, we're going to say, let's say we can go FHA. Let's say we're going to go 50% debt to income ratio. Okay, so that means that essentially our mortgage payment, everything has to be included under $3,000. So once you take that 3,000, we take out our monthly expenses, property taxes, estimated insurance, all that good stuff. Basically, that leaves us with a principal payment. I'm basing this off of 5%. Okay, so based off of 5%, our monthly, as far as maximum loan amount, is going to put us right around 300, and we'll say 345,000 for loan amount. Your down payment, which is going to be 3.5%. So if we're going FHA, you add the 3.5%, that puts us at, should be around 358, I believe. So 345 plus the 3.5%, that's $12,775 for your down payment. So we'll go here. We're going to put that 12,000 in, $75 down payment, and that puts us purchase price. We'll say 357 purchase price. Okay, 357K. All right. So based upon this quick scenario, our max purchase price is going to be 357. Now, this is what you're essentially going to qualify for. But if we take into account our rental income, so if you're looking at getting a multi-unit, for today's video, I'm just going to say one unit, okay, or 2 units. You're going to live in one, you're going to rent out the other unit. So on a simple 2-unit, let's just say that for the rental, because you're not a previous landlord, so you can't use all of the rental. But here in California, I'm going to guesstimate that you could rent a 1-bedroom roughly $1,800. Okay, so we're going to say $1,800 as far as on what you can use for the rent. That's what you're going to rent it for. However, as I've talked about before, when it comes to rental income for first time people or first renters where it's not on your tax returns, you can only use 75%. So you're going to take that $1,800 times 75%, and you're going to end up with that $1,800 and 75%. You're going to end up with $1,350. Okay, so that $1,350 is essentially what you can use for more income. All right, so to help you qualify, you can actually use that $1,350. Not 11. Hold on, let me fix that. So this is not actually $11,000, but $1,800. So let me go back, and we are going to correct that. All right, so let me redo that one. So when we say that's going to be $1,800, so our rental, and I'm sorry about that, guys. So when we go here, the rental is going to be $1,800 times that 75%, because that's what we can use when it comes to qualifying ratios, as far as what we can use for first-time landlords, essentially. And that's going to be $1,350. Okay, so now when we factor that in with our gross monthly income, okay, so right here we're going to factor that in with the gross monthly income of $6,000, and now we have an extra $1,350. Okay, so now that $1,350 plus our $6,000, and once again we're going to stay at 50% debt to income ratio. That gets us $3,675. We are going to take out the $500 for monthly expenses. Same thing, $420 for estimated taxes, $125 principal and interest and homeowners. All right, so that gives us a principal and interest payment roughly, once again, at 5%. That means that now our loan amount is going to jump up to, that we can qualify for, is going to be, we'll say, $470K. So what we then want to look at from there, so that loan amount is going to be that $470K. That means that our max purchase price, if we're going to do 3.5%, that's going to be, the down payment puts us right at around $16,000. And then that essentially is going to put our purchase price, we'll say, $486 purchase price. 86 purchase price. So right there, the difference is, just by using rental income, we've added buying power of close to almost $136 or $113,000. So we're talking, or actually, I'm sorry, $130,000. So that 486 and that 357, that is a difference of $130,000. So $130,000 plus is what we're getting in purchase price. So now we have a max purchase price difference of $130,000 just by looking at another rental, just by using a multi-unit, and just by using the rental income that we're able to use from that other unit. So not only now you say, okay, well, your down payment is also going to increase, right? Because now you're going from a, your 3.5% on 357 to 486. But as you can see there, that down payment of right here, 1645, right? That 1645 is only a difference of, or that 16,450 and 12. So you're only looking at a difference of $4,000, which, if you look at the rental income, let's back up. that rental income, what we're looking at, is going to take care of that extra down payment within a span of less than 3 months. All right. So within that time frame, you're going to earn, as far as the extra down payment, you're going to get that back within 3 months of your rental. Actually, more than that, because you're actually renting it for $1,800. And so those are some of the things that, if we simply take the time, take a moment, and I know that everybody wants to get the home of their dreams right away. We all like that. But if you are looking for a home and you're a first-time home buyer, I really you should take an honest look at getting a multi-unit. That way there it'll help you qualify. You say, okay, well, maybe I can't afford it. Yes, you can, because if you get a multi-unit, you can use the rental income to help you qualify for that unit. The only guideline with FHA, or the only thing that they're going to make you do, is you have to live in one of the units. So you have to occupy. They're not going to let you buy an investment property with 3.5% down and rent all the units out. You just have to live in one of the units. So now you think, okay, well, if I'm looking at a 3 to 4 unit, now you're looking at renting out all 3 units, and that can potentially pay your mortgage for what you're going to actually purchase for. And so that's how you begin to build that wealth, begin to build that investment. And now you could say, okay, in a couple of years, now you take your savings from the rental income, because it's making you money. You take the money from there, and now you say, okay, well, now I can go buy maybe my own single family home. So these are the things that we have to begin to look at. It's a very good idea. If you have other questions, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe as well to my channel. Always giving out good information. But like I said, if you have any questions on multi-units, how that works, if you can use one for your first purchase, you can, and I can show you how. All right, so make sure you contact me. But until next time, you guys take care.